Hello, hello, hello. You are tuning into another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's first topic, Myles Garrett chimes in about the quotes that his team has had to say about Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. Look, guys, Myles Garrett is one of the best players in the league regardless of position. We know what he is and what he means to the Cleveland Browns. We also know what he is to the Ravens when having to deal with him with a porous O-line. Now, if y'all been living under a rock, if y'all have been living under a rock, you've heard Del Pitt and Jerry Jeudy say some stuff about, Jerry Jeudy was saying the secondary ain't no problems and certain stuff like that. And you heard Del Pitt say, tackling Derrick Henry. Yeah, that's pretty easy. And of course, it starts to deal with Lamar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the audio and the video of this interaction in the interview, and then we're going to break it down even further, okay? So without further ado, let's go see what Mr. Myles had to say about our team and our star offensive players. If you like content like this, please remember, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, okay, guys? Let's get this party started. Check it out.
Is the practice week or the rush rules a lot different the week you go against Lamar than other weeks?
I wouldn't say the rush rules are different. I would say they're more emphasized. Obviously, he's the most athletic quarterback probably that we've ever seen. So, you got to make sure that, you don't let him escape to his throwing hand. And, you got to treat him like he can throw it like the best of him and he can run it like the best of them. So, you're not trying to mash the hand. You're trying to get his ass down.
It never gets easier playing Lamar, but how does familiarity with him, the amount of familiarity you have with him, help as you go into a matchup in terms of when you're on the field?
It plays to the predictability of, his tendencies and where he wants to go with the ball.
Yeah, it's true.
And a bit to where he wants to escape, but there's just the inherent unpredictability about what he's going to do with that athleticism and how soon is he going to scramble, through what, through what holes and to what extent is he going to stay behind the line? Is he going to throw it, or is he going to do like he did against the Bills and run 70 yards, get 19 yards, and you just don't know.
So, guys, you already had to say about Lamar, and he saw about the unpredictability of Lamar, that nobody knows what Lamar can do next. No matter how sometimes well you've played him, you know him, his tendencies, he can just, with his freakish athleticism, make something out of nothing, and then you just sit there like, everybody was covered. He was covered. He broke 3 tackles. He jumped out of bounds. He completed a touchdown pass for 50 yards. Oh! Hey, what's up, baby? If you're a Ravens fan, you know that's where that's from. He did against the Bengals. There is no stopping Lamar. You have to focus on stopping the people around him, meaning beating up the O-line, beating up, Derrick Henry, stopping the receivers, forcing them to drop a lot of passes. That's how you slow down Lamar. That's how you do it. You got to beat up his teammates. Because, like I said, Lamar can even play a bad half of football and then the next half drop 35 on your head. That's how he is as a player. So I actually like that Myles Garrett was very respectful when dealing with Lamar. He understands the player that he is. He understands what he can do. And once again, he's played him so many times that it's just a respect or a level of, understanding to somebody that has been a multiple time MVP and has won the AFC North multiple times. That's just like, okay, man, we know what he is. We just got to get ready for anything and everything they can throw at us. And that's just competitive respect. Shout out to him for that. But of course, he also answered questions about what's said about Derrick Henry. Let's check that out.
Grant's comments about tackling Derrick Henry not being difficult or challenging.
We got to go out there and prove it. Talk is cheap.
Talk is cheap.
He's a hell of a player. He's a Hall of Fame talent. But, got to go out there and have our guys back. So, we're going to support him the best way we can, and that's by, slowing him down and stopping the run game and nullifying their best talents as best as we can.
So, guys, I want to make sure that I say this too, right? You saw he was kind of like deadpan, like, well, we got to have our guys back. This dude done write checks that all of his team got to cash. And here's the thing. I heard Shannon Sharp and them talking about it. Usually there's one person left unblocked. They're going to make sure he's unblocked. Delpit is going to be the person that's unblocked. He's going to be one-on-one with Derrick Henry in the hole. I promise you. There's going to be multiple times this game that everything is blocked perfectly, and there's going to be one person to block that's unblocked. And then I'm telling you, it's going to be Delpit. And he's going to look down that line. He's going to see Derrick Henry going like this. And I promise you, he is going to either try to go immediately low, which Derrick Henry is going to sidestep or jump over him and keep going, or he's going to get stiff-armed and bounced off the turf like a basketball back in the old days with Shaq and those type of old-school centers on Sunday at 1 p.m. I'm telling you, I think that's what's going to happen. I think that Derrick Henry and them are going to search him out to try to make sure that he never says it again. And here's the thing. When you say stuff like that, people are going to use it and say, okay, you better play great. Because here's the thing. If he does get bounced off the turf like one or two times and we win the game blowing him out, people are going to play what he said, and he's going to have to deal with that all the time on social media for at least a week and a half. And then people will have it archived to bring it up in any Browns discussion or anything that he might say in future situations, endeavors, or opposition. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's why you don't come out and say stuff like that. You be like, yo, we know what we got to get done. We'll see him on Sunday. Easy as that. We know what we got to do. Hall of Fame player. His guys are going to take him. I'll take my guys. May the best man win. Boom. Nobody's saying anything. But for you to come on and say what you said, it's like, bro, now you done. And mind you, all these guys play their hearts out. But it's something where you could push even past 100%. And everybody knows what I'm talking about because we're not robots. Sometimes you can scratch and claw to go beyond that fatigue, that tiredness. You know what I'm saying? To find that extra energy to throw a fist out like you're a Balrog, you know what I'm saying, using the mighty buffalo technique and knock somebody off their feet with a stiff arm and then proceed to jog your way into an end zone for 6 points. Telling y'all, man, hey, if Delpit gets bounced off of the turf, I'm slapping him for every letter in his name. Like, I'm going to be slapping. I'm like, yo, Delpit, come here. He's like, no, I don't want to come here. I said, come here. He's like, no, I don't want to come here. I said, get your butt over here. Don't flinch. So I'm looking at him and say, don't flinch. Oh! And man going to be like, Now, what I tell you? Now, fix your face if I give you something to cry about. Yo, oh my God, I'm wilding. You know what I'm saying? He's all grown man at the end of the day. Oh my God, I love it. But what do you guys think? Do you think Myles Garrett and the Browns could beat the Baltimore Ravens? And do you think that he held down his team even though without being disrespectful to Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson? Let me know what you think about this down in the comments, please, all right? But as always, that's the episode of The Wunderkind Show. Thank you for watching. And now we get down. We have fun and we laugh. But everything we talk about, we're doing what? Facts and truth. Please do remember, guys, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment. You know I love the comments. If you haven't already done so already, check out the Wunderkind Morning Show live Monday through Thursdays, 9:30 to 10:30 a.m., where we touch on all topics of sports and we do pop culture. And at the end of every show, we have a little bit of nostalgia trivia for the 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s. Guys, be there or be squared. I'm telling you, support, subscribe, become a member. A lot of stuff is going on, and you'll have access to it by being a member. Thank you so much for that. Also, if you want to donate to the channel, help out with equipment and just stuff like that, bottom of the screen, QR codes to a Cash App. Cash App located in the description of every video that we do. Name of it is money sign, The Wunderkind Show. Super easy. But that's episode of The Wunderkind Show, guys. This is your host, Nitro, signing off. And as always, you know my slogan. Peace. And I'm out of here, guys. Yerp!
Finish him, Daddy.
Do not